YouTube. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I'm restarting my vlog. It's March. As you can see, it's snowy on the ground. This is my first ride in a while. My first ride of the year. It's not the first nice day. It's like maybe the third or fourth nice day we've had. It's like 43 degrees right now, so can't really call that nice. But, you know, I got to start sometime, and it's as nice as it's been in a while. So here in North New Jersey, we had 2 heavy snow nor'easters in a row. We've had houses. We still have houses after almost a little over 2 weeks, actually, still without power. But they're coming on. Tree limbs down. We had a few tree limbs, large ones, in our yard. Most of the sidewalks seem shoveled, but like, I'm on a sidewalk right now and there's no exit point for my bike because that hasn't been shoveled, which means somebody in a wheelchair is pretty much screwed. That's from just 1 yard of tree and limb fall. Sidewalks, not a good idea right now. Too much snow. I just had to barrel through a bunch of it just to get to this slightly open one. I say slightly open, it's like 4 inches of slush that I'm gonna have to ride through to get back to the road. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So here goes. Back wheel spinning out. Okay. I'm stuck. See if I get out of this. There we go. Got out of the snow. Now I'm back on the street. I'm going to stay here. We were devastated. Everyone's recovering, but the snow was so heavy and so thick, full of water. It was just clumpy. I mean, power lines down, trees down, limbs down. Everyone was actually comparing a snowstorm to Hurricane Sandy. Some people are living without power for much longer than they did in Sandy. So what I like most about trikes, beyond having the comfort of a lawn chair while you pedal, is the hills. On a recumbent bike, hills are very difficult. You can only go so slow without falling. And I've had more than my fair share of falls. Trust me. Stupendous falls. Amazing falls. Nobody falls better than me. But on a trike, I can lower my cadence. I can change up my speed. I go as fast as I can, or as slow as I want. I can even come to a complete stop. And assuming I'm in the ultra low gear, start going again. Give my legs and the lactic acid buildup a bit of a rest. Not that I wouldn't love to be able to pedal all out up some of these hills, but that's a long way coming. I'll get there. So with cold weather riding, really any kind of riding, I've got this issue. Hopefully some of you other cyclists can help me out with it. Just the slightest amount of wind hitting my eyes makes me tear up. I mean, like gushing, like I'm at a funeral or something. And these help a little bit. I've got a pair of goggles that I wear sometimes as well, but I can't use these and the goggles at the same time. Tried eye drops, don't seem to help much. I've heard that it could be from dehydration, but that's not it. I don't know what it is, so if you suffer from the same issues, leave a comment, let me know. So I was telling you about the fallen trees. Here's a great example of that. if there was a car here, he got some damage. PSE&G, because safety is not their number one concern. I'm sitting down. That's like 2.5 feet off the ground, crossing a sidewalk. Well, folks, I'm about to wrap up my first ride of the season. Pretty good ride, but went about 6 miles, a little over an hour. I feel fine. I feel like I can go another, 2-3 hours maybe, which is great, because if I'm going to eventually take a trip cross country, I'm going to have to be able to ride 6 to 8 hours a day, which on this thing, or maybe a slightly better version of this thing, shouldn't be much of a problem until I hit the mountain areas. Who knows? So on this ride, we saw a lot of snow, a lot of down tree limbs. They got a lot of them cleaned up, so it was a lot worse. One very precarious power line hanging down there with some police tape around it. That was a little scary. Saw one of my neighbors with a Gadsden flag, which was pretty cool. He said his neighbors hates it, that's why he puts it up. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm waiting on my my little cartoony Gadsden flag to arrive from TerraTrike. They sent me the wrong one. They sent me a British Union Jack. Who would put a British flag on their bike? Except for maybe British people. So I'm gonna wrap up this this trip. I'm almost home. Bike's got a few creaks in it, so I need to check that out, maybe do some tightening. I've got all the fenders on it finally. I had to get a couple of spacers for them. I need to add a few links, I think, to the chain, because when I get into the ultra low gears, there's some crunching, and if I push this boom out even a centimeter more, the derailleur locks up. So it definitely needs a little bit more space for the chain. I'm 6'3", and I need to push this out just a bit more to have just the right length to lock my knees. So that's that. See you on the next ride.